Muhammad Ali in the 1964, before his fight against the, let's call it undefeated champion, Sonny Liston at that time, with a big self-confidence, he looked right into the cameras, and that moment was really universal, and said out loud, "I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was. I figured that if I said it enough, I would convince the world that I really was greatest." And he also added this right before the game. The man who has no imagination has no wings. Even if you are not really that spiritual, this can really help you to boost, get that spark, spiritual spark in you. So for me, this is yaqeen, and this is also husn al-Zann billah, good expectation of Allah, good expectation of the divine, the one who created the future, is a universal law. Having trust in the divine, trust in Allah, is universal for everyone. If you think good, you act in alignment with it, and the divine Allah, the creator of everything, will allow that reality to form in life. And in psychology, this is just called the RAS, I guess, reticular activating system. Yeah. So in the brain, which is in the brain. But when a person decides with absolute yaqeen that they are going to achieve something, the brain will completely filter out all the thoughts, all the noise, and will stop entertaining all these excuses, and it will forces them to act and speak and work in alignment, work forward, let's say, with that specific outcome, with your vision, with what you believe about yourself. Everything is linked together. The mirror, the alignment, what you believe you will receive, trusting in the divine, everything is linked together. That's why the Hadith Qudsi states that Allah says, "I am as my servant expect me to be or think of me." It's the same circle, it's the same things, And believe me, you will really understand something so beautiful in here. Just bear with me a bit. I understood really from this that if a human being deeply aligns their mind and the heart and work ethic, which is tawakkul, with the expectation of a huge or a massive positive outcome in his future. So Allah, the divine or the creator of the reality, subhanahu wa ta'ala, will allow, like I said earlier, but will allow that psychological law to work. Again, the difference here isn't whether the law works or not. The difference is simply in, the awareness of who created the law. Because as Muslim, we say husn al-Zann billah. A non-Muslim might call this the universe or willpower. We all know this about manifesting whatever, which is something that I don't follow, of course, and I don't advise anyone to follow. We follow, of course, trusting Allah deeply. When you say good about your future, that this will happen, this is called husn al-Zann billah, expecting good from our beloved Allah, from our creator of our future, which is expecting the best from him and from the only one source of all capability. When you say, "I can achieve, I am capable of," you are expecting good from yourself, your capability, from the source that is within you. And you have to realize that your ruh is a direct command from Allah. He blew the ruh into you. That aliveness, the spark of life inside this clay body that is very temporary, that is not you. Your ability to speak, to choose, to intend, and create concepts comes entirely from, that ruh, that gifted breath. Because when you say, "I cannot do it," you are relying on your thoughts, relying on your self-doubt, on your fear. But relying on the pure potential Allah put inside you, the only one source that is capable of everything, and you say, "I can do it, I will be this or that, I can do it." Of course, Allah will choose, after all, He do it or not. But at least if you believe in yourself that you are capable of doing it, even if you don't have the life circumstances, even if you don't see results, everything is super possible because that one source in you is capable of doing it. If you see good in your future, at least You are expecting good from the divine, from Allah. You know, I was like reading a blog yesterday about, you know, like the old masters teaching, Ibn Arabi, Rumi. And Rumi explained about this. Rumi explained that you don't need to look for a distant creator or external luck. Like if I do this, will bring me luck and I can achieve it. Because Allah breathed the ruh into you and He is like closer than your jugular vein. The power and capability to change your reality are already placed inside you. So at this point, when you silence your ego noise, trusting your soul, your ruh, that yes, I can do it, even if there is a lot of thoughts and fear and self-doubt, you actually decide to listen to your ruh and the source, and not like listening to those thoughts and listening to your mind. You are relying directly on Allah's attribute that He is all capable of everything, and that He is Ar-Razzaq Dhul Quwwat al-Mateen, the provider, the owner of power, you know, like the ever firm, you know, and you know that you have Allah with you and He is capable of doing it. But you have to believe in yourself, you have to say it, you have to make your soul know it, that yes, you can do it, why not? You have Allah with you. When you lean into that absolute yaqeen and also strength, you will that way stop operating from your own human limitation and ego, let's say. On the other hand, we know that Ibn Arabi showed that the heart is a mirror. When you clean it by stopping, you know, like the fear, complaining, all that, the negativity, and you replace that with husn al-Zann by expecting the absolute best from Allah, the creator of everything, the mirror has no choice but to reflect abundance and barakah. And you also get back both mental and spiritual clarity into your actual life. Like, once you give the chance to your soul and that source, that yes, you will, yes, you can, yes, why not? That's actually become husn al-Zann billah. If you think good and expect the best to happen to you in your future, and you have yaqeen that Allah will do such and such in your life, and you say it, it can happen. I will not say it will happen, but it can happen. Why not? People did it and they got. Allah said, I am as my servant, think of me. The expectations, the predictions, your emotions of every day will mirror your life and your outside world. And reality will react to your yaqeen, that you need to look at what you are subconsciously feeding yourself, feeding your heart, your ruh every single day. When you complain about life, you know, about the circumstances, the environment, your job, whatever, friends, family noise, frustration, fear, feeling of lack, feeling of stuckness, you are just repeating yourself and become living on autopilot. You are just setting a negative expectation. That's su' al-Zann billah. It's bad expectations from the source, from Allah. That's why me here, I started to, you know, to shift, inshallah, my state of being from all that negativity and stress. What I call the shifting journey for me, like Allah will not change people until they change what's within themselves. So you have to change the inner. That's why you need to start. For example, what I did is a private note or journal. I don't use so much the phone and scroll down, you know, when I am in the bus or whatever, like a train station. I don't use so much the phone. I have a pen and a paper, and I do take private notes, and I document my own small wins and thoughts every single day. Then I create like another one for like another page for positivity and to push myself forward, to motivate myself. I talk good with myself. You know, like that page is for me is always a place where I talk to myself, that I see myself being successful in the future. I just have to be patient. I talk to myself like I would talk to my best friend, giving really the best advices and wishes. And when I feel not really that good, I come back to that page and read it. And I write again, a small page every day. So when you feel stressed, procrastinating, self-doubt, all that, whatever negative emotion creep in, just for me, like do like me, log back into that note and read it. Because for me, this builds like your own internal yaqeen, that state, that new fresh state of being will start to destroy that false identity, the limits, the fear not helping you. But you have to, when you say that out loud, what you wrote in your journal, positivity, all that, you are proving to your brain that you are capable of achieving things. And it is really good practical exercise. It really work for me. I hope so. It goes like this always, inshallah. But this, journaling, note, whatever, and you like decrease the scrolling, it's really good for both spiritual and mental health and clarity. So I don't want to make this so long. I had this thought and I really want to make it valuable. My final advice here for you and for myself is, first of all, you have to quiet the noise to get, the barakah flowing in and stopping the noise of the ego. And you have to, and so you will start to feel that abundance again. You will go back to the, you will go back to your fitra, to your factory settings. Erase all those false layers, false identity, the ego, and trust Allah. Trust Allah. Go build the reality you already know is yours, that you really want. Take step by step. Have a plan, strategize for it. Believe in yourself and believe that Allah is with you, because you are capable of doing it when you feel and say that you are capable of doing it. Just like Muhammad Ali and those examples that I brought here. Inshallah, until my next message, I wish you big blessings. May Allah help you. Thank you so much, and Assalamu alaikum.